and is like a best friend forever. And I live 5 minutes from bed, shockingly. I don't see you enough, and I should see you more. And from that, I just remember being like, I was an academic student. I was that kid like in honors and GT, all that crap. And I remember being with Eric and all these tentacles of friends he had where they were like artists. They were like Kirk and Andrew and these people. I was just fascinated at what they could do because I couldn't do any of that. I was the kid who did his homework. But they were creating stuff. It was crazy. I couldn't believe like these kids, 13, 14, 15, putting on these shows and playing music. I was just fascinated that I was a part of it. And again, when he ropes you in. I remember sitting in your bedroom. Ben's right. You were playing 2112, and we were just enamored with you. We thought you were a god.
They were young. They were young.
Me, Ben, Eric, me, Ben, me. I mean, we just, whenever we possibly could, whatever you were doing, we're like, you got to play 2112. You got to play. I don't care. And I'm sure you, in return, were like, I am a god.
It is what it is.
And you did. It was in your bedroom. You played, and we were kneeling. Alex Lifeson, right before us.
There may have been kneeling. I don't know.
But I didn't have any artistic endeavor. I didn't do that in my life. And suddenly, through Wayne and Eric, I was learning to play guitar because they were playing guitar, and I was like, I could be a god too. But and I still play to this day, and I thank him for that. I thank Wayne for that. But for those people here who created something with him together, I had the honor of doing an album with him when I was, it's called 1996, Make It Hum, is that right?
Yeah.
And there's some,
That is really good.
It's really good.
that's a really good record, and there's some really fucking breaking songs on there where I was like, Jesus, man. And he had done, I don't know, 6, 7 tapes by then of his own stuff that people have, House of Strings, Unrequited Glove. And I had a band up there, and that was fizzling, and I was ending college, and we're all finally just going to leave the college town. I'm probably petrified to leave the college town. And he said he wanted to come up. Can we make a record? Because I had these connections. I had my drummer. He wasn't doing anything. We were just hanging out in the summer before we had to go face the real world. And I had this guy who recorded, and he was like, sure, I'll do it for like $12, $15 an hour. And Eric was like, cha-ching, perfect. And I couldn't imagine what he must have done. He must have had 500 songs because it was the first recording he was going to do in his ensemble. He must have, poured through 500 different pieces of music. And he came up and he stayed with me. And for those of you who know about Eric's quirks, I gave him my bed.
Was it twin bed? Was it
Yeah, I owned a twin bed. And that boy's never going to sleep on the floor.
No.
But I said, come on up. You can have my bed. We can eat fucking whatever you want. Okay.
Language.
Sorry. I'm sorry. And I just wanted, I was listening to those records. I was talking to Ben, and I was listening to those records. And for those who, we all have these different special bonds, but for those in here who created something with him, and I had that experience of music at times, doing an album and then doing a couple songs in the next album, and even doing Transition Girl. Remember that? What a mean song that is. Definitely told it like it is. But for those who created with him, it's just such a unique bond. And you may not realize it now, I don't think I do, but you'll have it forever. You'll have it on tape or on DVR or on the CD or whatever. And it's, I put on some of those songs that I play with him, and it just felt so good that, I actually have something that will survive. like this piece of art that I was always enamored with when I first met him, and all these folks who were just, I thought were brilliant, and I was just the guy studying my math book. And so I just wanted to thank him, you know, for those opportunities, and in a way to have those artistic products or whatever just last forever. You know, I'm sure if I'm fortunate to live to 90, 100 years old, I will listen to Make It Hum. You know, I'll listen to Weak Knees. I'll listen, which is such a good song. And I'll listen to St. Joe and I'll think this was such a good song.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he knew that. I mean, I remember talking to him saying, this song is as good as the Replacements. And I don't know if he believed it, but he should have. St. Joe, Weak Knees, I'm sure you have your own. Man, they were golden. And if he randomly met the right person, whatever, you know, who knows? That guy could be on your radio. So anyway, I just wanted to thank him. So you can do the thunder now.
You want to say thank you?
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
The relationships that all of you had with him, I knew about some of them, and obviously through a different filter, right? So as a parent or another generation, in some cases. But to look at the Facebook page, the post, and listen today, and all of that, it's just been wonderful. And I appreciate you coming very much. So eat something, drink something, leave.
But wait! Listen. Wait.
You thought you told me?
Well, yeah. Please leave, but not yet. Okay, I didn't. I know. We got so much about it. 22 minutes, Dad. We got 22 minutes. I got to play the first side of Rush 2112.
Oh, good God.
Then you gotta wait 5 minutes and play it again.
Actually,
then I have to go to the bathroom as well.
If you play it backwards, it's still 21-12.
Do we need to kneel for this? So no, I'm gonna want some help because I tried some stuff. My gosh, I haven't played in like forever, and I was never really very good at backing Eric up, even though I did it a lot. And actually, I tried to. I could play if you guys can sing.
You bet.
So, I was in college in Denton, and
That was the first mistake.
Thank you, everybody. Be sure to tip your wait staff. They'll be here all week. I'm out. That's all I got.
Eric, I know you heard that one. You see where Eric got it.
So everybody has their favorite. But I heard from Eric that he was playing at some open mic in Chicago House in Austin, and so I drove down to check it out. And I walked in, and he was already into his set, and he played this song, and it was so haunting, and I couldn't believe that it was coming out of my brother. Let me see what I can do here. It's pretty bad. I've been trying for a couple of days, but and maybe you guys can help me out. And we might not get through the end, but I mean, I just want to mess around with it for a minute. It's not going to happen.
Keep trying, man. Keep trying.
That was good. Yeah, we love it.
You know what I'm playing? Forever for You.
Oh, right. So you know it.
There you go.
Come on, guys. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because we're here to have fun. Not Freebird. Screw you. You're out.
Leave now. That's the Beatles.
Jordan, come on. Where's Jordan?
He's right there.
All right. You got to do at least the tap dance part. All right. So there's this obscure recording. well, there's an
viral, man.
well, it was like, let's call it a B-side or a, you know, some like, okay, it wasn't a, you know, it wasn't like a major release, but it was just a couple of songs with Jordan and Eric, and they were messing around, I think, in our garage, right? And this one actually, okay. If you know this song, I'm gonna play Chicken Man, okay?
Yes!
I'm gonna play Chicken Man, and we're gonna play Chicken Man, and you guys, those of you who know Chicken Man, I want a sing-along part here. There's a part that's very vulgar about what the Chicken Man tells everybody to do, right? Wait. I'm saying, oh, my daughter, wait, come back. We're gonna edit. We're gonna edit. All right, this is my daughter, Landry. This is Eric's niece.
Hi, Landry.
And Landry is 8.5. And she's never heard the song before, but I was talking to her today about how much fun my brother Eric and I used to have goofing around with tape recorders. We used to have a reel-to-reel. Dad used to have a reel-to-reel. And nothing gave us more pleasure than sitting in the back of my dad's office, because we'd often have to go there because Dad was working late or something. We would sit in my dad's office with that reel-to-reel, and we would record ourselves singing show tunes or TV theme songs and replacing like keywords with poop. Because, you know, I was 8 and he was 3 or whatever it was, right? And I think, you know, that was sort of a beginning of what was going to happen, because it introduced him to recording, right? And so we had a lot of fun with that, and then later on, and so I was telling her how important that was to me, and how much fun it was, and how we used to laugh and goof around, and it was the beginning of something. But then, you know, flash forward, here comes this obscure recording. So let's do this. When Chicken Man tells everybody what to do, right? Remember? But right before he says cock-a-doodle-doo, let's just say, Landry, cock-a-doodle-doo. How's that? Okay?
I love it.
Chicken Man, where are you from? Chicken Man, woo! Chicken Man, where are you from? Chicken Man, woo! I can't do it anymore. Way down the forest where nothing ever grows, I saw a chicken man sitting down, scratching his toes. And then way down in the forest where there's nothing to eat, I saw a chicken man sitting down, scratching his feet. And I said, hey, chicken man, what's up with you? He said, Landry, cock-a-doodle-doo. He said, chicken man, where are you from? Chicken man, woo! Chicken Man, where are you from? Chicken Man, woo! Ah, it's terrible. Way down the forest where nothing ever grows, I saw a chicken man sit down, scratching his toes. And then way down in the forest where there's nothing to eat, I said, I saw a chicken man sitting down, scratching his feet, and I said, hey, chicken man, how come you smoke the marijuana? I said, I'm the chicken man, I can do what I want. Chicken man, where are you from? Chicken man, woo! Chicken man, where are you from? Chicken man, woo!
Break it down, Wayne.
Where at?
Get on the floor, Wayne. Way back. Listeners, that's what we call way down the groove.
Now, chicken man, I don't know where you're from. Chicken man. Woo. That's so bad. Let me try that again. Get it right here. Now, chicken man, I don't know where you're from. Chicken man, woo. But chicken man, I know it's alright. Chicken man, I want you every single night. Hey! Chicken man, where are you from? Chicken man, woo! Chicken man, where are you from? Chicken man, woo! That was all right.
Yeah.
Okay, now seriously, go.
Yeah, get out. And take the food. And the Pez. Everybody Pez.
Take the piss.
Take the Pez out of here.